Men of Reddit, what's the best compliment you have ever received from a girl? You have great kidneys, doctor. She wants you, bro. Just wait till they turn into adult knees. A girl said I was understanding. Understandable. Have a nice day. This is such a classic bro to bro exchange. Walked by a young lady walking into a restaurant. She stopped and came back in to tell me I smell great. I smiled the rest of the day. This reminds me, when I was trying some clothes in a shop. I went out from the fitting room a bit sooner cause I took a wrong size, and I caught the sales girl fast deep in the things I previously tried. Sniffing them. She went totally red and stuttered that I had a great smell. It sounds weirder than it was. She was pretty cute and was so embarrassed after that. You have really nice veins. Nurse giving me a blood test. Hey, there is a whole fetish for guys with thick veins. I once heard my two cousins gushing over guys with thick veins. I don't get it, but it's a thing. They don't call me thickums for nothing. One time a buddy of mine was making fun of my hat and a random hot chick said, "No, it looks super good on you." Apostrophe. I wore that hat almost every day after for 3 years until it wore out. I had the same experience with a sweatshirt. Got a redhead sweatshirt, brand, not red-haired person. Cutest girl in the CL but complimented me on it. Still have that sweatshirt. You should have kept the girl. 21 years old at the orthodontist's getting a retainer fixed. Nurse who was probably only a few years older than me told me I had really nice blue eyes. While her fingers are all in my mouth. I'm gonna hold on to that one for a while. Kinky. I used to work a dirty job that also had me staying in hotels. Walked by a pretty girl at the front desk. We nodded heads at each other as I went to my room to clean up. When I came back through to get something to eat in their restaurant, she got a shocked look on her face and said, "Damn, you clean up nice." Still remember it 25 years later. A coworker who I would walk to the bus station with said, "I feel safe with you," and is a big hairy dude with resting murder face and a deep voice. That was something absolutely new to me. It's been 6 years, and I still think about that compliment. Had a similar one. I volunteered to go on a field trip with my son's class. One of the other moms was expressing her worry to my wife for her son being far away for so long. This was 1st or 2nd grade. My wife mentioned that I would be going, and her son was assigned to my group. Other mom immediately felt at ease and said essentially, "Oh good, I know he's safe then." Didn't find out until afterwards, but made me feel 10 feet tall for some time afterwards. Also have said resting murder face. As a pretty tall and athletic woman, I've received the same compliment from female friends. In high school they would call me their bodyguard, which I thought was surprising since there are more males in our friend group. But in reality I'm bigger and taller than my male friends, so I guess not too surprising. The kids are really lucky that you're their dad. I was wondering if I'd been doing well as a dad and felt kind of depressed. But hearing that from my sweet wife reaffirmed that I'm doing okay. My wife got me with this once. I couldn't help but well up. I always feel insignificant compared to how my kid cares about mom. But hearing that strikes a chord. My really sweet young teenage niece told her mom, my sister, that I was the kind of guy she wanted to marry one day. All very innocent, and it melted me. Edit, yeah. That's good. Everyone PM me sweet home Alabama. Honestly, it was one time I got a new haircut and a girl I was talking to at the time said, "Before you were cute, now you're handsome." Delivered for hospice for a few years. I kept having deliveries to this one facility where there was an old woman in a wheelchair who kept saying, "Hey, pretty man." Whenever it walked past, I'd say hi back, but I didn't think much of it. She probably said that to everyone. But then one time a female orderly asked her, "Pretty man," as I was walking away. "Gorgeous man," said the old lady. Never had that word associated with my appearance before or since. Thanks, lady. A girl told me in high school that I'd look great if I just got a ducking haircut. I had long hair until the final year of university, when I shaved it off. Someone told me phew. Now we are sure that a haircut doesn't always reveal the best in people. Always managed to get the worst haircut possible since then. Find a good barber and you'll stick with him until you die. During Halloween I took off my mask and some girl said, Damn, you should keep that mask off more often. Apostrophe. Cute girl. It was Halloween. It was because you looked more horrific without the mask. Once had a group of girls tell me I was charming. Had another close friend that I gave a lot of shit say that I was very easy to talk to. I've cherished both compliments. This exchange literally made me cry. It's not like I have women all over me. I don't know why you think I'm a catch. I don't know why you think you're not. I was told by a rather drunk lady that my voice makes her ovaries twitch. I'm used to having people tell me I should be on radio, but that one was unique. Edit. I wander away from my phone for a bit to actually do some work, and I come back to upvotes and an award. I'm pleased that this odd moment in my life has brought a smile to people. Corpse, is that you? If my kids needed a stepdad, I would pick you. Apostrophe. Thanks. Smile. Then confusion. Then smile again. Him kinda hoping she meant Godfather lol. As it is. She basically said, if I ever get divorced/widowed, you're my top choice. That my cock and balls were 100% perfectly proportioned to each other, like hand model quality, but for cock and balls. Nice cock and balls. A friend once told me if she ever did shrooms, I would be the person whom she'd want looking out for her. Don't mind me, just a bitch who's bad with words taking notes. A friend said that if he ever had to put his life in someone's hands it would be me, not necessarily because I'm his closest friend, but because I'm the most level-headed person he knows. A huge responsibility, though. A girl told me that I look cute when I don't have a mask on my face. Not even Alzheimer could make me forget about this. A girl once told me I saved her life because, unknown to me, she was battling depression when I happened to show up with her favorite Starbucks drink to congratulate her on her new job. You never know the impact your small deeds can do. At my old job, me and another girl on my team used to be addicted to energy drink. We'd take turns buying each other one every day, but eventually, she decided to stop drinking them. Few months later, I just decided to get her one for whatever reason and casually dropped it at her desk while she was talking to her friend. 10 minutes later, I got an email about how she just had a big argument with her boyfriend the night before, had lost her family last week, and me getting her that energy drink made her cry. Like you said, the small things in life can go a long way. As a child, after a suicide attempt, a nurse once told me that Superman doesn't exist. The reality is that most people don't care about me. I have to take care of myself because no one else will. I have to be my own hero, and I have the strength to do that. It was tough love, but it saved my life. That's a risky move by her, but it paid off. Cold made things so much worse. Guess she had a feeling it was exactly what you needed to hear. Glad it worked. I think she'd worked with kids for so long that she knew how to be an improvised mom. You're really funny. I like you. Some really cute girl said this to me quite a while ago. Had me nearly crying, since I don't get complimented at all. I don't even compliment myself. Cried for 10 minutes when I go back home. I'm an older woman and I have always observed that women and girls rarely compliment men. It's a shame. I think part of the reason is that it can be wrongly interpreted as a come on when none is meant. But whatever the reason, know this, plenty of nice things are thought about you. They just remain unspoken. If one girl said you're funny and likable, more girls are thinking it. This is my perspective also. I think plenty of positive things about guys I see, but I don't want them to think I'm coming onto them. I don't want to see that look of panic and revulsion in their eyes. Haha. Serious question. Do compliments from someone you don't think is hot have the same value as from someone who is? I do. I had more than 10 seconds of eye contact once. That's hot. Uncomfortably hot. A woman in the lobby of medical center with a baby and a pram asked me to keep an eye on it for a moment. I said, are you sure about that? And she said I just looked like someone she could trust. I was touched. And she was right. So did you steal the baby? Joke. Nice cock. Non-joke. That I used to make her day in primary school. First 8 Australian school years. I never realized that she was so lonely for the year I wasn't with her. she had good friends. But she said without me she felt lonely. She's gotten rather sad recently because she wasn't with me for a year. You're damn right, I'm going to make damn sure she isn't lonely. She was my only friend, so I'm gonna make sure she has at least one person. Sorry if I ranted on. It's nice to know that she cared so much. Edit. I have a date planned with her. Wish me luck, guys. Just a headbutt. Your freckles are so cute. Was said to me by a drop dead gorgeous coworker of mine. Left me feeling like I was on cloud 9. I remember her exact words. I'd only duck out if you were the last man left on earth. Apostrophe. It's the reason why I became a virologist. Wait a god a minute. During the divorce process, my ex-wife said of me and our now grown daughter, "You are her home." Apostrophe. For all the years of cold indifference and soul-crushing disapproval, it was unspeakably nice to see that email. Wow. That would shake me to the core, but in a good way. I endured a lot of societal slings and arrows raising a girl by myself, and made a lot of personal and financial sacrifices. But I don't want to play the martyr. It was all unequivocally worth it without reservation and with prejudice. Still, that 4-word affirmation was amazing. Shortly after I graduated from college, I got this email from my best friend's girlfriend. Not having much of a life, I was a frequent third wheel on their dates. She was a year behind us, so she was still in college after I had finished. Anyway, she just goes on and on in this email about how much she misses seeing me around campus and hanging out with me. The line that stuck with me was, "Of all the people I know, you're the one I most want to see happy." Close street thing I ever got to a love letter. An older African lady at a trucking school circled me, called me pretty, and said, "Don't be afraid, sweetie, I don't bite." I've never felt like such a piece of meat in my life. But that was the best compliment ever. I cherish the fear that was in my heart. For a short period in my early 20s I used to work at this school. At one point, when we were sitting down eating lunch, this tiny first grader comes and sits next to me and says quietly, "I wish I had an older sister." Oh, why? Apostrophe. Cause then you and her could become really good friends. And then you would come visit us all the time. Apostrophe. I've gotten quite a few compliments from my own age group and older. But that little innocent one was almost heartbreakingly sweet and nice to hear. Wait, y'all are getting compliments? Last week a very good client told me she likes working with me because I have joined my demeanor. I have friends like that. I always think of them as sunshine personified and even associated them with a sunflower just because. I get the feeling you're like that too. Your dick isn't huge, but it's not small either. Stop worrying about it. Apostrophe. Fair enough. Average is the best TBH. Was having dinner outside with the woman I'm dating now. Her 2 kids and my daughter. Local joint. My date knows lots of people in town and mentions an older gent walking by as the sweetest man. But then looks at my daughter and says, "Other than your dad." Apostrophe. Was sitting at the same establishment on a different day, and an older lady joins us and tells me, "You are so good looking," and later comments on my eyes. This was really unexpected. I have pretty big self-esteem issues about appearance. Woman I dated last year said I had a very calm and non-threatening presence. Easy to talk to. Thanks for making me dig these up. Yesterday was rough, and I needed to remember the positive vibes in my dating life instead of the negatives. I've been told I have really soft hands. Well, that disappeared since I started gymming, so no compliments since then. I thought you were gay. I've gotten that several times from women when they see my interior decorating. I took it as a compliment. It is. It's usually when a guy just seems too good to be real that I worry he's gay. Like, he's attractive, dresses better than the average dude, super gentle as well, good with kids. There's got to be a catch somewhere! Exclamation mark. Don't know if this qualifies or not. My ex-girlfriend, a fairly long time ago, was breaking up with me, and she said you would make a great husband and an excellent father, but you make a shitty boyfriend. I found out it is because I wouldn't drop everything and run out of work just to spend time with her. The curse of being responsible. I think that makes her a shitty, self-centered person. 1. For expecting someone to jeopardize his career and ability to survive just to spend a few hours with someone who probably wouldn't even do the same. 2. For breaking up with someone who she acknowledged would actually be great in a serious long-term relationship because she couldn't have that instant gratification. Bitch, you ugly, but you're mine ugly, and don't you forget it. A questionable compliment, I must say. I had a girl tell me she was impressed with how I stayed calm in a stressful situation. Can confirm. It is impressive and hot as hell. After the fact. In the 3rd grade we had an assistant teacher who would always notice when my socks matched my shirt and would call me a snappy dresser. 22 years later my socks constantly match my shirt. About 5 years ago she said I had great sense of humor and I think about it almost every day. I've been working on a novel for a couple months and showed it to this one girl who's also a writer. Instead of nitpicking she actually complimented it. Don't know why, but that made my week. I remember my work partner, a woman, talking to another female coworker during lunch about their love lives. She was talking about an ex and how he cheated on her and lied to her and God knows what else. She then said something along the lines of boys are the worst, and I laughed. She then looked right at me and said except you, but you're not a boy, you're a man. Apostrophe. I swear. My heart skipped a beat. It was the first time I was ever called something like that. It was amazing to be finally seen that way as a 30-year-old. I got catcalled by a car full of girls once while on vacation. It seems dumb, but I was pretty damn flattered, cause I was going through some internal shit at the time and was kind of depressed. I know it's not normally something to be excited about, but for me at the time it was a confidence booster. I once got hugged by a cute girl, just for existing. I didn't even knew who she was, never saw her before she heard that it's my birthday and just hugged me and told me she did that because I exist. I was too shy to ask anything, so I walked away after few minutes. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more videos.